Hello beautiful yogis, Miranda Camille Yoga here with you again today. Today's a quickie, so we'll focus on hips and spine. This is a really nice little practice, open to all levels. Can be a nice thing to do to start your day or end your day, particularly if you spend a lot of time sitting throughout the day. This can be really useful. Coco is here, of course, as always, to make sure we are being good yogis. Alrighty, so you're going to come onto your mat. We're just going to start in a seat, hands onto knees. I really like to start the practice just with something, just with a little bit of breath, just for the body to know we are here and this is what we are doing. So sitting on your mat, hands onto your knees, close over your eyes. Just start to empty all of the air from your lungs. Take a full breath in. Open your mouth, release it out. Twice more. Inhale, nice and deep. Exhale. Last one. Breathe it in. Sigh it out. Nice. We're going to move the hands over the head, sit up tall, lift the gaze. Then as you exhale, move the hands out in front, come into a tabletop shape. It is summer here in Queensland, Australia, and it is hot, so excuse me if you can see the sweat dripping down my arms. We're starting with a cat-cow. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Breathe the belly down, lift the tail and the crown as you look up. And then as you exhale, press away around your spine. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. A couple more, breathing in. Just creating some movement, some space. Exhale. One more. And exhale. Beautiful. Bring yourself into a neutral spine, get yourself nice and steady. We're going to extend out long through the right leg to start with, so find your balance there. Once you've got that balance, start to reach out long through the opposite arm, the left arm. These left toes are tucked under here for extra stability and support. We're working our right glute here, so we want to take away this curve through the lower back. So you can do that by scooping the tailbone under, and just notice how it flattens that back out and it makes the glute do a little bit more of the work. We're going to take a breath in, look towards the fingers, and then as you exhale, you're going to squeeze your elbow and your knee to connect with each other. We're going to go two more. Inhale as you reach long, try to keep that balance. Exhale as you squeeze in. Good. One more inhale to reach long. Exhale, squeeze in and connect. Good. Inhale, reach long, pause. From there, bend your back knee, squeeze your heel towards your bum, and now reach your left hand back behind you. We're not going to hold on to the foot just yet. We're actively reaching as we pull the heel to the bum, as we reach the hand towards the foot. Maybe that's it for you, maybe you stay, and that's great. That's really a lot of work. If the bind is there, hold the foot. Now you can play with kicking the foot into the hand, lifting the chest, and maybe lifting the gaze a little bit more. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now without slingshotting, gently release your back foot, reach the arm and the leg long, and return the left hand to the mat. We're going to step that right foot between the hands now. So bend the knee, squeeze it up, and then step it through. We're finding a low lunge position here. So rearrange your back knee. Untuck those back toes. If you have blocks at home and you want to put your hands on your blocks here, that can be helpful. So we're just sinking down to gravity here. We're feeling this nice big opening and spaciousness created here along the front of that left thigh and into those hip flexors. So again, hands can stay at the mat or maybe on your blocks. If you have the space, maybe you start to lift your hands over your head. So we are surrendering to gravity here, and we're just letting it drop us down towards the ground. There are other exercises where we push up and we want to be active, but today it's passive. We're just sinking. From there, we're going to bring our hands back around our front foot for a monkey split. So we start to shift the weight back, pull the toes to the face, and pour the weight of the torso over that front leg. Stay active here, so those toes keep pulling up. My kneecap is lifting. Now we're going to rock back forwards into that low lunge shape again. Take your time with it. Hands can stay on the mat. They can move above the head. From there, we can start to welcome in a little more play and space with the spine. We're going to interlace the thumbs together so we create this kind of fanning shape with our hands. Pull the arms back behind you, lift your heart upwards, and see if you can create a little bit of extension into the spine. Breath in. Breath out. As you exhale, bring your hands to frame that front foot. We're shifting back to monkey plank one more time. This time you might play with a little more balance as you take your hands back behind you with you and hover the torso. Stay active through that front leg. Pull the weight forwards. Take a breath in and a breath out. Start to bend into the front knee again. Hands over your head for the last time. Shift the gaze upwards. Then as you exhale, bring the hands to frame that front foot. We're going to tuck under through our back toes. And now we're going to send our right foot back behind us. We're going to come to a supported side plank. I'm going to have my back to you for a moment. So you're going to spin this left knee out of the way. Reach your right arm up and over your head. Getting long from the top fingers to the back heel. Perhaps you stay as you are. If you have the strength and the space, play with lifting up through the right leg. Take a breath in here. Now as you exhale, start to bend into that right knee. Reach the hand back behind you like before. We're not going to bind just yet. We're reaching actively. Then if you have the space, wrap the fingers around the hand, kick the foot into the hand, lift the chest open. Good. Gently releasing that back foot. Right hand comes to the mat. Pivot yourself back up and over. Step it into a high plank shape. Find a breath in your plank. Know you can have your knees on the mat. Hinge the weight forwards, lower it down. All the way to the belly. Inhale to a cobra, push into your hands. Lift your heart, let your shoulders melt back from your ears. Take the gaze up, squeeze the glutes. Exhale as you take it back down. One more time, inhale, up we go. Lift the gaze, lift the heart. And exhale, fold it down. Tuck your toes under, find a child's pose. Push your hips over your heels. Soften your lower back. Find a breath in. Give a breath out. Nice. As you inhale, let's rock ourselves back up to our hands and knees. So take your time as you rearrange that tabletop. Let's find a cat-cow. Let the belly move down, lift the tail, lift the gaze. And then exhale. Push it away and round. A couple more. Just working that energy through the spine, feeling into all of the nooks and crannies. One more. Good. And then let's meet together with a neutral spine once more. From here, this time we're extending through the left leg, so reaching that leg long. Take your time with it, find your balance. Right toes can be tucked under for extra support. We're going to reach out long through the opposite arm, the right arm. Notice what's happening again in your lower back. Can you flatten that out? Scoop the tailbone under. Engage the core muscles at the front of the body. Gaze at your top fingers as you breathe in. And now as you exhale, elbow to knee, we connect and squeeze. Inhale, we reach long. Exhale, compress, lift the leg high. Once more, breathe in. And exhale, squeeze it off. Next, inhale, reach it long. You're going to start to bend now through your back knee. Squeeze the heel in towards the bum. Front arm reaches back behind you. So we're not binding just yet. We're actively reaching foot to hand, hand to foot. If you have the space and it's available, then you might hold on to the foot. But if you don't, keep reaching. Kick the foot into the hand, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Breath in and breath out. Again, without slingshotting, we slowly release arm and foot, and then step that right hand down towards the ground. Left knee squeezes up as you step it through for a low lunge position. So rearranging yourself here as you land. Hands could be on blocks. We're dropping the weight down into gravity. It might feel nice to take a little shimmy into the hips from side to side as you first arrive here. Our fascia That spiderweb network that holds the body together loves movement, it loves friction, and it also loves heat. So you put those two things together, and that's where you start to create spaciousness in the fascia in the body. From there, option is to move the hands over the head. Lift the gaze upwards, shine your heart to the sky. And then on your exhale, bring your hands to frame that front foot, monkey plank. We shift the weight back, pull the front toes to the face and pour the weight of your body over the leg. Big sensations along the back of that left leg, up into the hamstring, along the calf and the soleus. And then we rock back forwards, low lunge. So this time, hands can come over your head. We're going to interlace the thumbs, fan the hands out, pull the arms back so you're opening and creating space into the shoulders. Lift the heart, maybe lift the gaze. Find some space in the spine. Breath in and breath out. With control, hands back around your front foot. Shift it back to your monkey plank. So this time, option to balance as you hover through the arms. Send the weight of the body over the front leg. Inhale, we'll rock it forwards. Last one. Find that low lunge. Lift the gaze. And then as you exhale, bringing your hands now to frame through the right foot, the left foot, the front foot. We're going to step back through that left foot, and now you're pivoting on your right knee. So pivoting ourselves up and open to that supported side plank. Vashisthasana, it's known as in yoga. We're reaching long from top fingers to back heel. You can stay as you are. This is delicious in itself. If you have the strength, starting to lift up through the left leg. From there, we're going to bend into that top leg, squeeze the heel to the bum. Reach the top hand back and behind. So we're not going to bind just yet like before. We're reaching, we're active, we're working the hamstring. Now, if you have the space, hold onto the foot, kick the foot into the hand, peel the heart open. Feel that juiciness through the left pec. Beautiful. Without slingshotting, slowly release, hand and foot. Left hand comes back to the mat. We're stepping it into a high plank shape. Rotate yourself through, find your plank. Know you can be on your knees. Take a breath and we're going to lower it down slowly to the belly. Good. Untuck the toes. Take your fingers out wider than your mat and press out onto the tent pegs of your fingertips. As you breathe in, start to ripple your chest upwards, lengthen your elbows, shift the gaze to the sky, and then as you breathe out, lower it back down. So the glutes are working here. Inhale, squeeze the bum, lift the heart, lift the gaze, like a little bit of a wave motion. Feel it traveling up and down the spine. Let's go 2 more. Tops of the feet push into the earth. Glutes stay switched on. Last one. And then exhale. Nice. Take your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Find your child's pose. Hips come back over the heels. Your arms reach out in front. Find a breath in. And a breath out. One more. Beautiful, guys. Bring yourself back up to a seat, hands into heart. Take a moment to bow to yourself in gratitude, in honor for moving your body, for taking 5 minutes for yourself to connect, to feel, to breathe. Namaste.